Yo, yo, what's going on? So, I decided to, I took a 24 gauge Nichrome and wrapped, I don't know, it was, 2 strands right next to each other. So it's actually 2 separate wires, but they're side by side wrapped. And I got some pretty nice results, so I figured I would share that information with you. So first, holy shit, that is fucking crazy. So I'm going to get my Nichrome. I'm going to take a piece of it and I'm going to clip it in half. If I can find the fucking end of it, glue would be good. The thing that sucks about these spools, they come unwound if you're not careful. So I'm going to clip a piece off right there. I'm going to set this back into here so it stops fucking coming undone. So I got a piece of Canthol. So I'm going to not fold it, but I'm going to bend it to the other side so it's like even. I have this loop right here. And I'm going to clip it to center. Boop. So now I'm going to turn it around where I clipped it. Where you clipped it should be about the same shape. So I'm going to line these two up so they're even together, as close together as possible. I'm going to grab myself a 1/8 drill bit, like so. I'm going to grab these 2 wires like this, and I'm going to put them against my drill bit, and I'm going to try to hold them right there next to each other. And I'm going to wrap it around, and you just want to keep them uniform right next to each other. Not like I'm doing. See how they're spread out? Bring them back together a little bit. I'm going to squeeze them on my drill bit so they look a little bit better. So once you get them pretty straight, you want to be careful when if you're crushing them with the pliers back together, because you could throw them off track. You want them to stay even. Alright. So we're going to have them wrap somewhat like that. And then we're going to straighten them out. Now the thing with these, the only problem that I had was when I tried to take it off of the drill bit to install it. So what you do is you just leave it on, and you're going to clip the end off right here, like that. So now you're left with just that. I'm trying to see it so I can see if you guys are seeing it right. Sorry about the camera, but the other camera I had, I couldn't figure out how to upload shit from it. It would let me film it, and it was perfect view of what I was doing, but it didn't really work. So rather than not make any videos, I figured I'd fucking make them with my iPhone, because what the fuck do I have an iPhone for? So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to keep these on here. You're going to want to grab a deck I'm using the Mutation 3, the Mutation version 3. That's the same kind of coil. I'm not gonna leave it on there, even though it's hitting wonderful. I'm gonna take it off for the sake of the video. Once I loosen these leads up, they should come right out. But you know, a lot of coils I like to reuse just because, you know, I like them. But some you just, like these, once you take these off, they're gonna come off kilter. They're not gonna be the same. So, I mean, just use them until you don't want to use them anymore. So look, I set these in there. See the leads coming out the back. 2 went through one hole, 2 went through the other hole. So you're gonna hold it in place like so, being very careful not to fire it. I actually have a deck that I usually build on, but for the sake of the video and the way it's set up, I'm just winging it here. So I apologize if the video's off, but this is just an awesome coil and I wanted to share it. I don't really have a name for it yet, and I'm not really sure if other people have done it. I'm almost positive they have, because I'm not that fucking lucky to have a coil that I came up with. Although I will soon enough, if my wire smithing skills get as good as I plan on them to get it. So now you clip off the leads so they're not hanging out the back. Now look, so now you just want to set that where you want it. You want to make sure not to put it somewhere where you're going to touch the wall, where it's going to touch the wall or the you know, the wall of the RDA, the hood I mean. You're going to want to check the tightness of your screws, because as you move it around they will loosen up sometimes, or like it changes shape. Even after you start firing it, you're going to want to check that every so often. And then you're just going to want to get it to where you want it. See, like I have it set right there. If you see them start to separate and go, they start coming apart, like they're not straight, you're going to want to re-put the screwdriver back, or not screwdriver, I'm using a drill bit. You're going to want to put the drill bit back through it and straighten it out. I mean, I don't know what would happen if you fired it like that, but I'm not going to try it. So there you go. Wrap a piece of cotton through it. You're going to want to tuck this, tuck it down like so. And on the other side, I'm actually going to clip some of that off because I don't need it all in there. Although this thing does drink juice. We're just going to push this down with my little trusty rod here. So we're going to push all that cotton down there so it looks like so. Don't fire it. And this is Nichrome, so with Nichrome, you're not going to, like, with some coils you can fire it once you get it set up on here to straighten it and try to get it uniform. When you're working with Nichrome, you just want to try to make sure you do it straight when you wrap it, and you know, before you get it off the tool that you're wrapping it on, because when you dry fire Nichrome, if you have like a Nichrome coil and it's like almost nice, you know, uniform, and you dry fire it, it's going to separate, because that's what Nichrome does. So you're going to want to get it to where, oh shit, so that's that. And that's about the end of my video too. Hope it helps somebody. Badass coils all day long. Fuck yeah. Don't believe the bullshit. Vape on.